I am the host of this channel at Haps on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Twitch. I am now streaming on Twitch. If you happen to come across my Twitch channel, Queen's Revenge Play, I will be streaming on Twitch as soon as I can find a way to do it. I do not know how to stream on Twitch. I'm working that out. I will be streaming some gaming from Haps. So be looking for that, guys. I know that a lot of you all are not gamers, but I happen to be a gamer, and I've gotten a system that I can game with. So for any of you that are gamers, be on the lookout, because I now have gaming ability. And so I will be doing some gaming from my Haps channel. Just to let you all know, Haps TV is a wonderful place to go. Since Periscope is no longer a place. Twitter has taken over Periscope, and I will not go to Twitter because I don't feel like they have our best interest at heart. I highly suggest that any of you that have left Periscope to come to haps.tv. They throw your content to everywhere. They throw it to Twitter, to Twitch, to YouTube, to Facebook, and any other software that you'd like to send it to. They pretty much throw it anywhere you want to put it. And you can't ask for a better group of people to have behind software. These guys work tirelessly. They are constantly updating the software, and they are really a cool bunch of people. I honestly have to say that. And from the get-go, they have been really instrumental in working hard day in and day out to keep people updated, to be relevant, and to stay on top of what's changing. And I'm really proud to say that I am a member of Haps. I really am. I will let you know that since we use other platforms now, I will not know if you're on my platform on Haps, because I am on Haps. Hey, Zara. And so, like Zara, she said hi. You guys will have to say hello to me from whatever app you're using, because I won't know you're here. So you will have to let yourself be known before I will know you're here. I can see that there are people watching the channel, but I do not know that you're watching the channel unless you say hello. So I don't mind if you lurk. You can lurk all day. Hey, John. You can lurk all day. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm just wanting to let you guys know, if you want to be acknowledged, please, by all means, let me know that you're here, so I can acknowledge you, because I don't want people not to be acknowledged on this channel. I had a family on Periscope. I had wanted my family to follow me over to Haps. I know some people will not follow me to Haps, but they will go to Twitter, and I'm hoping that they will watch my channel on Twitter. So, aww, hi, baby. Hey, Muhammad, welcome. I just wanted to give you all a little heads up. Like I said before, I am going to be doing gaming on Twitch. I will be doing gaming on Twitch only sometimes. So if you want to follow me at Queen's Revenge Play at Twitch, that'll be great. As soon as I figure out how to game and do my videos, I don't know how to do that yet. So I may just throw up the gaming, me just playing the game and me not on the screen. That may happen, because sometimes you can do that and not put me on the video. Like, I do not know how to put myself in the video yet, but I don't mind like gaming and putting the video up. So that may happen for a while. What are you doing here? I'm talking, Muhammad. Do you have a problem with that? Two, I had a CAT scan appointment this morning. I've been having really bad headaches, and that's why I've not really been around that much. I know a lot of people know that I've not been around that much. And my headaches have gotten a lot worse. So I had a CAT scan this morning. Don't know if it showed anything. I don't know if it's going to mean anything. We don't know what that means. So we'll see. No clue yet. Don't have a clue as to what it'll show. So whatever happens between now and the 4th, because I go back to my doctor on the 4th, we'll find out. So I'll keep you guys in the loop so you guys will know what's going on. Hey, Trisha. Hi, sweet girl. Mwah. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on, Trisha. The new and improved channel, moving forward, I'm letting you guys know that I'm going to be doing some gaming on the channel, Trisha. Some gaming, not a lot, but I've got a new Twitch channel, and I'm letting everybody know about that. And I had my CAT scan this morning. It didn't take like 5 minutes. And hi, John. Hi. Welcome. And so, you know, I'm just trying to work through things. Thanks for the subscription, Harry. Yeah, so as soon as I figure out how to put my video in the gaming video, I'll do that. I haven't started, like, I threw my video to Twitch. So hi, Twitchers, if you see this, hi. This is me. I'll be doing live video. I mean, I won't be doing my videos on Twitch yet because I don't know how to use OBS, and I really hate to say that. I don't know how to use OBS, and I looked up the video. I looked up videos to use, like video systems to use. I'm just not that smart, I guess. I don't understand some of them. So I'm going to have to go for Internets for Dummies because some of them look really hard to use. And I'm going to try to work that out between now and when I start streaming. But yeah, I want to start streaming some of my gaming videos over there. So and I thought I might stream over here every once in a while, just for people that like gaming. I don't know that a lot of people on Haps like gaming, but there might be one or two. You never know. So I thought I might do that. Let's see what else is going on. I find out on the 4th what my CAT scan said. So we'll find out on the 4th if there's anything to be worried about, if there's anything not to care about, if they're going to do anything. She wants to do Botox. Guys, I'm not so sure I'm going to do Botox for my head because I just don't see how they can put Botox in your brain, in your scalp, and it make your headaches go away. I just don't. Because I have like the eye pain and the whole 9 yards with the headaches. So I don't know how they can how Botox can make that go away. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel comfortable about that. I don't know. Some people swear by Botox injections. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know if I feel safe enough. Look at my hair. It looks so bad today. Let's just pull it out like this. I don't want to pull it too tight because I've got a headache real bad. But my hair looks so bad I cannot leave it down. It looks really bad. Everybody on Periscope saw it last night, and it looked really bad last night. It looks really bad today, so we're not taking it down. Just so y'all know, because I would look like a hot mess. A hot mess. Just so y'all know. I still want to do newsworthy stuff on here every once in a while. So every so often, I might bring you guys cases that I find interesting. I may make it like a 1 day a week thing, or thank you, Trish. I'm going to have to take it down because it's hurting really bad. It hurts. My hair hurts. Oh, what I'm talking about. Oh, I was talking about I had a CAT scan done. I had to have a scan of my brain done because I've been having real bad headaches. Look at this. Look at this head of hair. I didn't do anything with it. Ow. My head hurts so bad. This makes my head hurt worse. My head hurts and this makes my head hurt worse. I'm sorry, Muhammad. I didn't mean to misunderstand you. See, look how ragged my hair looks. It looks, it looks awful. Anyway, this is how the hair looks right now. So, Um, so every once in a while, I may bring you cases that I think is interesting or something that I want to draw attention to. It may not be something that's in the news. I want to bring a lot of interest into our Native American culture, that a lot of stuff's going on right now in our Native American culture that's not being addressed. There's been a lot of Native American deaths that's not been talked about, and a lot of Native American men and women that have gone missing that the media don't even talk about. And I really want to bring a light to that. I wanted to do that last year, and COVID took over everything. And that's something that Hinsdale Girl and I talked about, that really is something we need to talk about. Our native people that lived here. Hi, Angie Sue. Thank you. You didn't need to do that, but thank you, sweetheart. Our indigenous peoples are so vital to where we live, and yet we don't hear about. I know here in my state, we have indigenous people that live here, and we don't hear anything about anything that happened to them or happens to them. And I know in other states, do you hear about indigenous people that go missing? Have you ever heard about any indigenous people that have ever gone missing, or that have been hurt or murdered, or the women that have been abused or anything? No, I don't hear about it. And it should be brought to the forefront, because those people were here before we were even here. And I'm talking about Caucasian people. I'm mixed. So, and I have I'm mixed race. I am indigenous and and white. I'm Caucasian and indigenous. So my ancestors, it's part of my ancestry. And it really bothers me that, and I know we live in a time where, we live in a very volatile time. And I'm not going to negate what the black people are going through, but what about the brown people or the red man? And they called themselves that at one time, but they are indigenous, and those people went through so much, and they get nothing. And then people say, oh, they live on the reservations. They get the casinos. They get the casinos? Do you guys get the implications of that? Does anybody get the implication of that? We give them the casinos. We give them the casinos? They were raped, pillaged, and murdered on the Trail of Tears. Oh, it's okay. We'll just give them the casinos. We force them to live on reservations, and we give them the casinos. I'm sorry, but that is a big no in my book. And there are some tribes that don't even have anything. They are not legally counted by the government as tribes. They get nothing. And they are tribal. They are tribes from indigenous groups here from our country, and they are not even legally counted by our government. I'm sorry, people, but there are people out there that are not even considered indigenous peoples. There are people out there that really have problems, that have big problems in our country, and people are arguing over stuff that don't even matter. They just want a place at the table. They just want a place at the table to say, hey, we want to matter. We just want a seat at the table. We just want to be able to say, hey, we want a seat at the table. We just want to sit down and say, hey, we just want our property. We just want somewhere to belong. And the government refuses to believe that they're even part of a tribe. Let that sink in for a minute. What if somebody told you that your family didn't exist? That's basically what the government says. Yeah, Jade. So, I mean, what if the government said, no, you don't exist? It's heartbreaking to me to read their stories. It's heartbreaking to see the videos. It's heartbreaking. And I really want to bring much more attention to that this year. And I wished I had done it last year. I know in Canada, their Indigenous women on one entire highway, more Indigenous women went missing on one highway in Canada in 10 years, and nobody did anything about it because they were Indigenous. Oh, hey, Janet. I didn't know who it was there for a minute. Hi, honey. I thought that was you, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible what we, it was a story about I forget the name of the story, but it was a whole documentary about the Indigenous peoples in Canada. And there was a length of time, I think it was over 10 years, that there were people that kept reporting. It was sex workers. Sex workers were being reported missing, but they weren't all sex workers. Some of them were just women that were homeless, but they would go to this hotel and rent rooms. Now, the hotel was known, and I would have to go back and get the all the information. You guys know I hit my head, and I don't know names and dates and all this stuff, and I may be remembering this incorrectly, but they would go to this hotel to rent rooms by the night, because once they would get money, like some of the people that were homeless would have jobs. So they couldn't afford to stay in a hotel every night or every week, but they would work. And if somebody gave them money, they would be able to stay in a hotel for maybe 1 or 2 days. So they would go and they would rent rooms at this hotel. Well, the hotel had a bad name for, hookers and stuff. And so a couple of the women that stayed at the hotel, everybody said, oh, well, she's a whore. She's a hooker because she stayed at the hotel. Come to find out, this woman, one of the women wasn't. She just stayed at the hotel because she had a job, and she was homeless, and she had stayed at the hotel because she had money. And her family said, she's not a whore. She's not a slut. She stayed at the hotel because somebody gave her money. That's the only way she would have been able to stay at the hotel. She had a full-time job. She just didn't make enough money to stay anywhere else. That's how they found out that she, who she was. And I think that was the kickoff of the whole, like, the whole trying to find out of what happened to these people, because the family was so insistent of, she didn't just disappear. She was very constant. She stayed in constant contact with her family as best she could because she had a full-time job, And they said, no, she wouldn't have disappeared. She had kids. She had her family, and she stayed in constant contact with her kids, and she just disappeared. And what it was a guy that drove a truck, and he would hook up with these women, and he picked her up to take her into town because it was cold, and he murdered her and dropped her body off on this stretch of highway, and they didn't find her. I think they found her body later on, but it was through this big stretch of highway, and that was his thing. He murdered all these people, and they didn't find for years, and they still didn't find all the people that they were looking for. And that's what's sad. You know, there are people out there, and I was watching this one guy, you know, it's really sad when people talk about, you know, you want to believe that there's good in everybody, right? So, you know, I watch a ton of crime shows. I'm a big crime buff, you know, married to a cop for 8 years. You kind of you kind of get a taste of, I guess, being used to living that kind of life. You kind of get addicted to it a little bit. And so I get used to, you know, I like seeing how people figure out different things, and I like watching how somebody figures out the crime. So this kid on YouTube started telling people how to get on the dark web. Number one, stupidest thing in the world you can do is explain to kids how to get on the dark web. Like, why are you doing this? You're basically telling 10 to 12-year-olds how to get on the dark web. Whether they're supposed to be on YouTube or not, you're explaining to kids how to get on the dark web. Two, he tells them exactly what the dark web's used for, which I'm not going to go much into, because if there's 10 to 12-year-olds that are hearing what I'm saying, it's true. It's true, Janet, and that's why I was talking about it, because, you know, it's ridiculous and it's not talked about, Janet, and you know it's not. How many Native American sisters are talked about? 0. How many Native American sisters have you heard about being murdered? I haven't. He talked about what people talked about on the dark web. There's message boards, okay? And what they talk about on these message boards, it's like question and answers, but really it's called truth or consequences. It's like, you know, basically he said it's basically like telling the truth. It's basically like people go on there and they basically tell the honest truth about everything. It's like they cleanse their conscience on the dark web. I will not tell you, he said, how many people blatantly and willfully told what they did to people on those message boards. He said it didn't matter because it's not traceable. And he said some of the stuff that they said they did would have been the difference in solving year-old crimes. And I'm not going to talk about what kinds of crimes, because it's just awful. And he made a video about this, and I'm like, seriously? You're going to talk about this like, oh, it's just like nothing, you know? Oh, it's just the dark web. We're just going to talk about this. I'm like, dude, let's tell 10 to 12-year-olds how to get on the dark web, and then tell them you can go read about what these people have done. I'm just like, dude, this video needs to be took down like yesterday. But it's true. There are places where people can go and they will tell everything that they've done. And I'm thinking, you know, it's just sick and sadistic. And I just think, you know, and I was watching a video about, not to get sidetracked, it's talking about murder, you know, and it's talking about, you know, the mind of a person. Watching Bailey Sarian talking about the Barbie and Ken murderers, you know, the people that killed so many people, so many young girls. They killed 2 young girls, but they assaulted many other girls. And this is not allegedly. They murdered her sister, murdered 2 other girls, kidnapped and murdered 2 other girls, and they assaulted many other girls. And this is heavy, guys. This is heavy stuff. And I'm not bringing it up because I really wanted to, but it's along the lines of what we were talking about. Bailey said, you know, the sad part about it is he could have been caught, but at this time in 1989, when he first started his little escapades of, he was attacking women from behind and assaulting them, and they had his DNA, but they couldn't do anything with it because at the time DNA was just brand new. They didn't know, they weren't as fast with DNA then. DNA was a very slow process. It took them 12 years, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Janet. Go watch it. It's an amazing story. I did not remember it until she told it, until she talked about it today, until I watched it today. Bailey really goes in depth with her stories, and I love the way she tells her stories. And she kind of got me into the mindset of wanting to do stories. I don't go in as in depth as she does, because she does like huge research. My head hurts so bad some days that I just do a little bit of research, because I just talk about what I try to do good stories sometimes, like I did a feel good story about a man that saved cats at Hiroshima, or one of the places, it's a while back. It's on my channel, I think. But, I try to do stuff like that. But I do want to start doing like in-depth stories. And I want to get with Hinsdale girls so that we can start talking about our women. I need to get articles from like Arizona and, out that area, out your way, Janet, because I don't live out that way. So if you can throw articles my way about indigenous peoples that you see, if you see any articles out that way, you need to throw them my way. On Facebook, like DM me and say, hey, I heard this, or, this is what I heard, or, like if you can hit me up with an article or something, anything, that would help me, because, it helps a lot. And we need to get people's eyes and ears on articles and stuff, because our indigenous peoples are important. And I don't think people realize that. I mean, they were here before we were, before the Caucasians were here. And I say Caucasian with the utmost respect, because I'm Caucasian and Native American. And thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Yeah, Texas, because Texas, it starts out, there are Native Americans here, because in South Carolina, North Carolina, you've got the Carolinas, they're there, but you have more. They moved out of this area, with the Trail of Tears. They moved out of this area. They moved more towards, hey, Lance, thanks for the subscription. They moved out of this area after the Trail of Tears. They really didn't move. Some moved back. Some of the tribes would move back, and there are some people that move back this way, but a lot of the tribes stayed, back west. They didn't move back this way after the Trail of Tears, because it was just so horrible. And you have to think, why would they want to? Why would they want to come back to horrible memories and horrible thoughts of what happened to their families? And I can't blame them. I really can't blame them. Now, I know that when I was, I know that my grandmother, my great-great-great-great-grandmother, I can't remember. It's my great-great-grandmother, her daddy. It's either my great-great-grandmother or my great-great-great-grandmother's father was a fur trader, I can't remember. It's one of them was a fur trader, and his wife was an Indian, or it was my grandfather's one. He looked more Indian than my grandmother did, because he had dark hair. He had jet black hair until he was 75. The man's hair did not gray at all, hardly, except for right here. He had gray at the temples of his head until he turned 80, and then it started graying everywhere. It was incredible. He was a legend. I love my grandfather. My grandpa on my mom's side was just a legend in my eyes. He was made of steel. He really was. And so I think the Indian from his mom was on that side. Now my grandmother's side, we had Indian on her side as well. but I'm not sure. But we're thinking it was either. Mom said Blackfoot. I'm not really sure because Cherokee was in the area, but there was other because of the because we lived in this area. If you go back in the time frame of when during that time, during the time frame of when that would have been with my great grandparents or my great 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 grandparents, there were Blackfoot and Creek and Cherokee in this area, so we could be either one, like any of those. So I thought about doing one of those hereditary tests, but I'm not really sure I want to. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, and I've got Indian on my dad's side too. So, and I know it was Cherokee on my dad's side because my grandmother, his mother looked Cherokee flat out. She looked Cherokee flat out. I mean, that was his mom. His mom looked Cherokee. It's all get out. She had the high cheekbones. She just looked Cherokee all the way out. Yeah. So the Indian on their side was really close. Now on Grandpa's side, it was close on Grandpa's side. So I've got quite a bit. I just don't know. I'm a mutt, I think. It's either Cherokee. I think I'd probably show up more Cherokee than I would any other Indian. Like any other mix, I think. But I mean, it might be interesting enough just to do a test to see. I don't know. I'm a little bit scared to do it because what if I find out I'm not Indian and everybody's been lying to me this whole time? I wouldn't care because I still love the indigenous peoples just as much. And, I would own up to it. I'd say, hey, look, they told us we were Indian, but we're not, It wouldn't bother me. I would always be honest. Because there's no reason to lie about something, just how I am. But no, just thought I'd come on since I hadn't been on in a while. Not on here anyway. Yeah, that's right. So I may not show up at all anyway. Well, a lot of people are like me. I mean, they want to do it, but then, do I really want to give them my DNA? They've already got my DNA. Do you know how many times I've had my blood drawn? If they wanted my DNA, they've got it. I'm like, listen, how many surgeries have I had? If they want my DNA, they got it when they did my C-section, when they took my uterus out, or when they took my cancer cells out, or when they took out my... Hey, welcome to Pokemon Hokage. Did I say that right? Thank you for coming up on Twitch. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Welcome to my Twitch. Don't be afraid of my Twitch stream because I will be gaming on my Twitch stream, I promise. This is just like an introduction to me. Hi, I'm old. I do like to game though. I'm a gamer. I'm an old gamer, but I like the game. I do play Diablo. I sure do. I'm a Diablo player. Girl, didn't they? Well, I know they've got mine, so. I do play Diablo. Do you play Diablo as well? I'm so thirsty. Now, I'm not a professional Diablo player by any means of the word. Like, I play, but I am not the best player. I'm not, by any sense of the word, a great player. But I love to play. Let's put it that way. I love to play Diablo. What is my main character in Paragon level? My main character is, I have to look her up. Hold on, I'll look her up. Give me just a minute. That's a good question. I'm so not a pro. And, you know, I play by myself mostly because I don't understand all the Paragon stuff and, you know, all that stuff. But I love to play, you know. I'm just one of those players, you know. Let's see. But I'll tell you where I'm at. Sorry, Janet. I look rough. This hairdo, I'm telling you, I gotta do something with this. I gotta do something with this hair. This is awful. This is awful. Okay. Let's look at my characters. Okay, well, I mean, it's not so much. I mean, I understand the basics. It's just that I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't. What am I trying to say? I understand some of it. I really do. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I. Let's see. Hold on. My barbarian. I think my barbarian's. Oh, wait a minute. She's not loading. Okay. Why is this not loading? Now, why is it making me do this? Hold on. It's making me do this. I don't know why it's making me look. Why don't they just let you put in your birth date instead of having to do the pull down? I hate that. Websites, please, just put in boxes to put your birth date in instead of putting pull down menu. For the love of Pete. It's so hateful because I live in the years where there's ones in front of the years, not twos. You know? I'm old. Okay, let's see. Diablo. Have you bought the newest update yet? Pokemon? Why can't I find my character? I'm having the hardest time finding my character. It should just be right there on the side. Whew, that's not a good look. Why didn't you tell me I looked horrible? You got the Eternal Collection. I've got the whole collection now, and I got the most recent update. Why is it asking me to log in again? Okay, wait a minute. We're going to have to do this another way. This is really irritating me, guys. We're just going to shut that window and open Diablo. That's hateful. That's really hateful. You got the Eternal Collection. I don't know which collection I got. I already had all the other collection, you know, the Necromancer pack, all that. And then I just updated it to the next collection that they had, the next highest collection. Brianna Mama. How's Brianna doing? She's grown now, isn't she? All grown up. My little girl's all grown up. This has got to be put back up in a ponytail. I can't stand looking at it. Put it in a low pony. Yeah, it looks like one of those samurais. Has her hair up in a ponytail. That's okay, though. I can deal with that better than I can deal with it looking ratchety. Whew, I can't stand my... And guys, those of you that don't know Janet, I have known Janet longer than I've known anyone on the internet. Janet is my homie. Janet is my dog. That dates me right there, buddy. Janet and I have been friends for so long. Me and Janet held it down, buddy. Me and Janet used to be tough. Janet is my longest internet friend I've ever had. She's my sister. I know. Isn't that scary? Isn't that scary? 20 years? You tell that girl I said I love her and congratulations. It's hard to believe, Janet. It's hard to believe. Let me load Diablo. I hit it for it to come on. What's going on here? Nothing wants to work for me today. Pokemon, I clicked it to come on, and it didn't do nothing. It's not listening to me. There it goes. Yeah, me and Janet have known each other so long. That's back when dial-up was still happening. Janet. Janet, we've known each other since dial-up. We've been dial-up buddies. We have so been dial-up buddies. Yes, we are. I hope so, honey, because I love her to death. Okay, let's see here. See if I can go to my public profile. What just happened? It took me somewhere. You are one of my oldest and dearest friends, and let me tell you what happened today, Janet. I walked out of the CAT scan, walked out of the office. My highest ranked character, this isn't updated. It says she's ranked 70. No, maybe that's right. It says 70 barbarian with 93 in parentheses. So she's, is that her paragon? 93? No. Yeah. Is that right? I don't know if you're still here, Pokemon. But here, I'll give you the link to my... It probably sucks. You're probably going to go, I don't want to play with her. She really sucks. But this is the link to my Diablo character, the highest ranked character I've got so far. Hold on. That's the highest ranked character I've got right now. I think it is. I've not played her very long. I've not played her often because once I got Draconite, who's my necromancer, I started playing him a lot. I put more hours into him, but Islis is my favorite character. I've played her more, but when I got the new upgrade, I started playing again, and I noticed that they'd added a lot to the new map. I'm like, dude, I'm going to go play. So I busted her back out, but I realized I'd started over like a big idiot. I started all over with Islis. So now I have to start playing all over again with her. So it's like starting the game all over again. And so I'm not happy about that. So I get to do everything all over again. I get to kill everything all over again. So if I really want to enjoy like the new stuff, I can go play on, like, you can see all my you can see all the levels and everything over there. What? Is that good or bad? I don't know whether that's good or bad. So please don't tell me it's bad. I mean, if it's bad, I'm sorry. If it's bad, I'm sorry. Because I really suck as a player. I'm being honest. I really suck as a player. But I do the best I can with what I know. I just pick up things, and as I play, I just use my strengths, and I don't really see. Here's the way I play. I play alone, and I pick up things, and as I play, I use the things that I pick up, and I think, okay, is this going to give me higher strength? Is this going to give me, well, and that's good. I appreciate that. And you can add me to your friends list if you want to in game, and that would be great. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I just need to make sure. I mean, because, I just need to know who I'm talking to. But anyway, Janet, I walked out of the CAT scan. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, because I didn't know, so I always ask. James Charles allegedly doesn't ask, but just wanted to make sure. That was a slight. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. That was a slight at James Charles. I'm sorry, James Charles, even though you don't watch my videos. I'm really sorry, James Charles. That was really not a very nice comment towards you. So I apologize. But I appreciate you telling me that. That makes me feel better. Yeah, just add me as a friend on Twitch if you don't mind. Subscribe, and then I will. Whenever how do we know when I'm gonna go? Like when I'm playing. If you're on. I don't know how to do that because. Well, just send me. Can you send me a friend request? And then it show up when I go live? Because I've never done that. Like, I don't have any friends on. I had one, but I had to block him. We are not friends anymore. Was not a good thing. Some old friends are not good friends to keep around. Trust me when I tell you that. That was not a good idea. But I walked out of the CAT scan. Okay, cool. Thank you. I will follow you back.
You got it.
Google, I didn't ask for your help. Google just said you got it. But thank you so much. That really makes me happy. I really didn't think anybody would follow my Twitch. I really thought my Twitch was just gonna sit there. But that really makes me happy. Thank you. And I especially didn't think anybody was going to realize that I was playing Diablo, because there's quite a few really high-ranking Diablo players. And since I'm not even in the league with Diablo, I wasn't even going to I follow some of the high-ranking Diablo players, but they play such high level at such a high level that's just not even in my league. I just want to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to enjoy the game and just have fun. Because that's where I'm at in my life. I just want to have fun. That's it. I mean, I used to be young and I had fun. I just want to have fun now. Cool. Well, thank you. Well, I'll have to go watch your stream. I will definitely watch your stream. That'll be fun. Totally. If I hadn't spent I shouldn't have done it, but I followed Moist Critical. The name, I know. Let's not even go there. I gave Moist Critical my monthly Prime, but my Prime's coming back up next month. I'll give you my Prime. You know, I can follow one person a month on Prime. You've got my next month. Promises. Because I get a free one every month. Promises. For being my first follower. That's my promise. Because that's amazing. I never thought anybody would follow me anywhere on Twitch. Doesn't matter. Yeah, subs cost, but because I'm a Prime member at Amazon, I get you get something from Prime. You get something from Prime that you can give to a one user a month. That is something special once a month, and you're going to get mine from next month. I think it's like a sub. So I will give you mine next month. That may not mean much, but that's all I can do. And I'll do it. No problem. I just appreciate you, following me. Oh my gosh, hi! Tell him I said hi. Tell me said, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That mean old Tina. Oh, I'm so cold. Anyway, I walk out of the CAT scan today, and a girl said, Tina? She gets out of the car. She had a mask on, of course, I had a mask on, but she knew who I was. And I said, yes. And she goes, you don't know who I am? And I go, I'm sorry, no. And she goes, I said, where did we meet? And she said, at Walmart 12 years ago. And I said, I'm sorry. I said, I fell and hit my head last year. And I said, I really have a problem with my recollection. I said, I'm really having a hard time with it. I said, can you tell me your name? And she told me. And I said, and then I looked at her and I said, oh my gosh. And I hugged her. I said, I can't believe it's you. I said, if you hadn't told me your name, I would have never known who you were. Because I put the pieces together, I would have never known. Would have never known it was her. And I was like, this is crazy. It's just crazy. My long-term memory, I can now say, is suffering. My short-term memory is suffering. Switching my games from a hard drive to my solid state drive so I won't be able to play. Oh, that's okay. Listen, I just got an Alienware computer. Do you know how fast I filled up the C drive? I didn't realize the C drive was so small. They gave me 2 drives, the C drive and the D drive. Well, the D drive's completely empty. The C drive wasn't filled with anything, hardly. It's just the operating system, and you were supposed to put everything on the D drive, the data drive. I didn't know that. So I'm downloading my games that I'm supposed to put back on my system. I got the Ryzen 10, I think it is, the 10. Here, I'll show it to you. Come on, focus. Of course, you can change the colors on the front of it and everything like that. And here's the monitor that I got with it. So, that was my 50th birthday gift to me. That was my birthday gift to me. That was what I've always wanted. I bought my car. I got a car, and I've got my dream car, which is not a big difference. I mean, like, it's a cute little car. It's a little Fiat. I really love my little car. My little car makes me happy. And I said, the only other thing, my other computer was dying. Like, my dad, I don't even think my dad got my computer to work. Did you? I went with Ryzen, and I really like it. Do you like the Intel instead of Ryzen? This one just blows me away. Like, no lag. Like, no drop frame rate. No. I mean, I'm happy. Well, thank you. I just got a brand new camera, so I look a lot better on this one. I look way better on this one. And I've dropped 110 pounds, I think it is. So the camera makes me look so skinny. No, I'm kidding. It's a wide angle camera. So, you know, I like it a lot better. It's NVIDIA. No, is it? Yeah, it's NVIDIA. I wouldn't have gone with AMD. I've always had NVIDIA graphics, and I believe they're better graphics than AMD is. I'm cold, guys. Sorry. Anytime I lose weight, I freeze. But it's like 40 degrees outside, so that's good enough to freeze anyway. Well, altogether, I've lost 238 pounds. You know, because my highest was 500. So, you know, I'm just happy that I don't weigh what I did. You know, I go back to see my weight loss doctor after my birthday, and I figure he'll have something to say about me not losing more weight. And because I weigh about the same as I did last year, I think. i7 processor, 16 RAM, 8 graphic, small SSD, and bigger. Well, I got way more than that. But I wanted to make sure that this wouldn't be obsolete after 5 months. You know what I'm saying, Pokemon? Because every computer I buy, it goes obsolete after a few months. Let me see what I got. Maybe we may be close to the same thing. Or yours may be more powerful than mine. Hold on. System. No, wait, I lied to you. Mine's an AMD. I lied. It's AMD. I thought it was NVIDIA. 32 gigs of RAM. How much RAM? I got 32 gigs. Because I always found that 16 gigs of RAM I was never happy with. So I went a little bit higher with RAM. Yeah. So, and my processor it's a AMD Ryzen 5 5600X 6-core processor. Well, yes, but so far I've not been unhappy. So far. I mean, yes, I thought it was the monitor. If I had been thinking about it, I would have changed the processor. I don't think I got a chance to change the processor though. I think the only option I got was the Ryzen, the AMD Ryzen. I didn't get a chance to change the processor. The only processor they offered with this particular system was the AMD. That's what they were selling as the basic model. And I don't think, or else it was like another $100 or $200 for the NVIDIA card. And I wasn't going to spend $200 on a NVIDIA card when it was going to be $200 more. I'm running the monitor at, let's see, semi frame rates. I'm running the monitor at 120, I think. Is it 120? Oh, let's see. I can't tell. Let me see here. It's 60, but then I can change mine to, hold on. Let's see. Oh, I think I have to do it on my computer. Yeah. I get some options on the actual, like on the actual screen. Oh, it's 60 hertz. Yeah, it's 60 actual hertz on the monitor. Now inside, I think so. Let me check. If I could spell. Okay, Jenny, I love you. I'm so glad you came in. We'll catch up again soon, okay? I love you so much. Tell everybody I love them. Mwah. Do you watch Moist Critical Pokemon? You know what? So help me. My headache is causing me to have issues thinking. You'd think it'd be right here. He's crazy. Not even joking. He's a gamer. He plays, and I'm all hung up on Corpse Husband and his group that he plays with, and he plays with Corpse Husband. He tends to game with Corpse Husband at times, and so that's why I ended up catching his gaming. And they're crazy. They're all crazy. They're all crazy, and so that's what took me to Twitch, because I had a Twitch, but I didn't utilize my Twitch. I really didn't like my Twitch name because it was more of just my nickname. And I really didn't want to use just my nickname for another, for my Twitch. And then I thought of Queen's Revenge Play because it's just more of a more sounding name for a gaming site, a gaming play. And I thought, I'll use that and I'll just try it out. But couldn't find anything that I could push my gaming to Twitch with. And I don't understand. Don't understand how to get Twitch, how to get my gaming to Twitch. Now, one of my Right now, I'm not allowed to broadcast with one of my programs, with what is it? You'll find I have a little bit of a problem, I'll tell you in a minute, with Steam, because I'm under their 7-day. I used to have a Steam account, when I had my other computer, I was in good standing, but because I didn't use it for a year, I'm now under 7-day review, so I can't broadcast yet. I have to wait for 7 days. So I'm still under review. So until I can break that 7-day review, I can't broadcast. So after 7 days, I can broadcast because I've already spent the monetary value. I just have to wait the 7 days. So I have to wait 7 days, and it's really irritating me because I know I can broadcast from Steam. I just can't figure out how to do it any other way. And it's really irritating me because at one time it was so simple. I had a program, and I don't remember what the program was, and I was shooting video using Diablo. But at the time, Diablo, Blizzard didn't want people shooting Diablo and putting it on YouTube. They were stopping people. It was like they were claiming the videos and all this stuff, and you get a strike against your account. This was a long time ago, mind you. This is nowhere near right now. Blizzard was stopping the usage of any of their games. And so I couldn't upload anything. I couldn't upload any of the content that I had because, I was nowhere near a gamer at that time. I just enjoyed the game itself, and I was just piddling around with it. Well, for some reason, I did an upgrade or something, and nothing worked. None of the programs worked. I never was able to record another game with video, with audio, nothing. It was just gone. It was just, see you bye, call and write, That was it. And so from there on out, I've not been able to stream. So when I got this system, I was like, hey, let's try this out. I got this brand new system, and I've got this brand new camera, and wouldn't that be great if I could stream it? But now it's so flipping hard. I don't understand it. And with my broken brain, I had an accident a year ago, and I fell and I hit my head. And since then, things have come a lot harder. It's a lot harder for me to understand things, or it's a lot harder for me to concentrate. So it makes it a lot harder for me to figure things out. And so I'm trying. I'm going to try it. I'll try anything once to see if I can figure it out. So I'm going to figure this out. I don't care if it kills me. I want to figure it out. But I will stream me just playing, just playing the actual game if that's all I can do at the time. Or maybe just my audio for a while until I can figure out how to put my actual video, like me streaming the actual game with me in the stream, until I can figure out how to do it. So, we'll figure it out. Figure it out somehow, guys. If you just hang in there with me. So, but I'm going to have to go because my headache is really bad right now. And I feel so blessed to have been part of your lives today. I hope you guys have a most wonderful rest of your day. Pokemon, thank you for being part of my Twitch. This has just been phenomenal. Thank you for following my Twitch, and I look forward to gaming with you when you get a chance. Let me know. I will definitely follow you back when I get over on my Twitch stream later. You are a blessing to me, and thank you so much. I look forward to spending time gaming with you. Guys, thank you for 63 views on my channel today on hats. For those of you that followed me today on hats, thank you. That was so nice. I really appreciated that today too. As you always know, I say, smile at somebody today because you never know if that smile will change somebody's entire day. Masks or not, you can always smile and somebody will see it. I love you guys. Share the love I share with you with someone else. And I love you guys more than anything in this world. You know it. I'll see you guys soon. Mwah! Bye, guys.